So before I teach you guys how to do some more cool stuff, I should teach you guys how to save and make sure your work gets saved before you start making some cool stuff. So as you can probably tell, you can save a scene by going to File, Save Scene As, and then choosing your destination. Um, but what you guys should be doing for every assignment and every new project that you start is you should be creating a project folder and a project window, and you can do that inside of Maya. So I'll show you guys how to do that. If you go to File at the top here, Project Window, and then you hit New up here, this creates a new project and you can name it. So, I mean, say Mr. Kern's project. And then you can choose the the location. So then if you wanted it to go to Documents, right inside there, you can just hit select, and then it creates all these different folders for you. So scenes, templates, images, all these different ones. You just hit accept, and then you go to File, Set Project, and then you can go to Project Folder, and then Scenes, Set, and this little window will pop up saying you don't have a default workspace. You can just create one, and now if you just hit File, Save Scene, it'll go to exactly where you had set it, and you don't have to select it every single time. It'll just be there, and you'll have a series of folders that you know exactly where your project's going to be. And then another thing you could do as well is Maya is very known for being sort of a buggy program sometimes, and it can crash on you if you overload it. So you want to save your work even when you're not saving. So what you can do is you can set it to autosave, and if you want to know how to do that, if you go to Windows, Settings, Preferences, you go to Settings here, and then Files and Projects, and you'll see autosave right here. You can hit Enable, and then you can set the interval minutes. I usually keep it around, let's say, 20 minutes, and then you can choose the folder of where it's going to save. You can do Mr. Grant's project, scenes, right there. So that way, every 20 minutes you're working, it'll save it, so that way you don't have to. I would still save whenever you can, and I would save in iterations. So never override or replace an old one. So I'll explain what I mean. So say you're doing save scene as, documents, Mr. Kern's project, scenes. Let's say this is trial 001. And then you always want to change it from Maya binary to Maya ASCII. Maya ASCII is a much better file. So trial 001, then you hit save as, that saves it in there. And then say you're working for about 30 minutes and then you get to where you are at a good stopping point and you want to save it again. You go to File, Save Scene As, not Save Scene. You would iterate your file, so you would do 002, and then save. And then at the end of a project, you could have, I've had 200 plus file iterations. It really just depends, but you have those so that way, if there's any point where you messed up and you need to go back, you have those iterations and not just the one file. It doesn't happen super often, but especially in the beginning stages of learning how to use Maya, you should definitely learn to iterate your saves, and it'll help you in the long run for sure.